What is up, everybody? It's Aaron and Ray back again with another episode of Franchise Tagged Fantasy Football Podcast. I've been hanging out with Ray all day, guys. It's been great.
It has been great.
It has been really good.
Hey, guys, before we get started, I want you guys to really drop your gamer tags in the bottom there in the chat, in the comments. If you guys like to play some Warzone with it, because that's what he's talking about. We've been playing Warzone all day today. All day.
We have. So first initial thoughts on it, Ray?
Pretty damn good. Had some fun moments and coming up with a lot of wins. Of wins.
Right before we started recording, I dropped an 8-piece and we ended up winning. I know 8's not a lot. People are like, oh, I dropped 15, I dropped this. I play casually for fun. I don't try to be super sweat. So 8's pretty good.
Oh, I haven't showered since yesterday. I've been sweating all day.
Oh, sweaty.
Oh yeah, I've been sweating.
But yeah, so it's been okay. I think there are some things that they could probably work out a little bit better.
How about that friends list thing that doesn't want to work right now? That really sucks.
Yeah, that, and then I think the loot system's a little clunky because I play on keyboard and mouse. So when I go to try to press tab or whatever to get out of a buy station, it's super slow. The looting system's a little clunky in general. So
I promise this is a fantasy football show. I promise.
We promise.
For those people that are just tuning in,
we'll talk about it.
All right, so Aaron, let's jam through this whole week.
Let's get through this.
I want you guys to understand the gravity of this week for me and Aaron. This is do or die. This is it. Gotta do or you die. One of the two.
Win or be out of the playoffs.
Or we get to put on a nice shirt come August.
Not me.
Last place. Here you go. Let's talk about the news real fast. Dropping the news. So, Brandon Cooks did not practice Wednesday. Don't really care.
Nope.
Nico Collins limited on Wednesday. Again, don't really care. Devontae Adams was limited in practice today, which is Wednesday itself.
It's an abdomen, right?
Yeah, with an abdomen injury. I don't necessarily think that's too much to worry about. But come tomorrow, come Friday, if he's still limited, if he's missing practice on Friday, this is a big week for a lot of people. So definitely something to monitor. Michael Gallup, not practicing. I'm sorry. I take that back. He did practice today. Sorry. I read that wrong. I did 1 a week. I got 1 a week where I just completely, my brain just turns off, right? Michael Gallup did practice today on Wednesday. If he's practicing today, practice tomorrow, practice Friday, he'll be good to go. I don't think I'm firing him up.
They're signing Odell because he's not done anything.
Yeah, I don't think that he's shown what they wanted to see. And I think that really sucks because they could have just had Amari Cooper.
They could have kept Amari Cooper.
Coach Ron Rivera announced that Taylor Hennessy will be the starter against the Texans this Sunday.
Why are they even debating bringing Carson Wentz back?
I don't know. It's Heineke. I understand.
They've beat the Packers. They've beat the Eagles.
Now,
okay, let's just be going.
I think the defense for the Commanders right now is just winning out of spite at this point because it's not Tyler Heineke. It's not. Or Taylor.
One is Taylor. Get it right. It's Taylor first off.
My
and secondly, they won. He's the quarterback. Quarterbacks get all the glory. Just look at Tom Brady. He won all those Super Bowls without any help.
You heard
per Tom Brady fans.
Aaron
Patriots
says
fans.
Taylor, and it's going to be Hennessy from here on out, is the exact same as Tom Brady.
That's not what I said.
Literally out of his mouth.
It's not what I said at all, but okay. Anyways, next.
So, in other news to talk about this, Carson Wentz has been cleared to start throwing per Ron Rivera, but again, that doesn't really matter because there's no reason to put him back out there, especially if they still have a chance to maybe squeeze into the playoffs. Maybe they got to start winning a lot more ball games.
If the season ended today, I think it was statted out the 3 NFC East teams would be in it.
We can definitely go over where everybody would be after this week for sure.
Yeah.
We don't need to go into that right now.
No.
It's a little too far out because the Packers still have to win some games.
Yeah.
Rams officially placed Cooper Kupp on IR. I think that pretty much kind of sells that his whole season is pretty much done for fantasy. It is. He'll probably be back. If I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
They are not going to make the playoffs. However, for fantasy playoffs, it wouldn't hurt to probably try to trade for him because he should be back around that point in time. But if they do start winning some games miraculously where they're kind of in the hunt, then he will come back. If not, and he's out, he's just going to be. They probably won't play him the rest of the season.
I got a trade scenario for those listening about it. If you got Cooper Kupp and you're wondering what you should do, or if you'd like to go and obtain Cooper Kupp, if you're one of those teams that it's looking like you're pretty much locked and loaded, ready to roll, you don't have to really worry about making the playoffs because you're already in.
Yep.
I would suggest if you have a Cooper Kupp owner in your league that's out of the playoffs or
that's me
fighting to get into the playoffs.
That's me.
Specifically in a redraft, I would
not me.
Definitely take a look at maybe shipping some pieces to him, eating the couple weeks that you're not going to have Cooper Kupp because what is he going to? He's going to be on IR at least until week 14, week 15. Week 15 should be your playoffs. Kind of do the math on it, see how your playoff settings are set. If you have the flexibility to do that, if your depth is that deep that you can kind of make a move, help somebody else out, make the playoffs, but then at the same time, playoffs come around, you now just stacked up your team even better with Cooper Kupp. I think it might be a move.
Could be. But I'm fielding offers all week.
Yeah, it's probably a little too much to ask for somebody that's still in the hunt to just give away Cooper Kupp. They're probably hoping like, hey, they get Cooper Kupp back. It might be something, but there's something to monitor. I think that's at least viable advice.
Yep, I would agree. Next up,
Zeke practiced on Wednesday, probably going to play. Andrews practiced on Wednesday, most likely going to play. Most likely going to be the reason I lose to Eric this week.
Probably.
I can already tell you that the chat is going to have a lot of not like this.
Well,
please.
Well, I'm probably going to mute that chat on Sunday then.
Yeah, should.
Yeah, but
Hollywood Brown cleared to practice.
Yep.
Open and at practice.
Earlier than expected. I think technically week 12 was his eligible week to return anyways, though, right?
Yeah. What do you think?
So, honestly speaking, if he comes back and he is almost fully healthy and out there, I think, I would probably play him.
I think so too. You have to.
I mean, he proved, and I think he had installed some confidence in Kyler while D-Hop was gone that, hey, I can get this done if you throw me the ball. So now it's going to be like, oh, okay, well, I got two people now. Plus Rondell, I think Rondell will go to the slot and he'll be a lot more viable too. That just brings that whole offense up, especially now that Zach Ertz is out for the season.
I hope that it doesn't kill Rondell more. I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I hope not either. I honestly think it will help him. I think he'll just fall into the slot, like I said, and just fill in for where Zach Ertz was.
I like watching him.
Yeah,
I like watching him. I think he's electric. I like it. I like it a lot.
No, stole that.
So in other Texans news, because that's all the news it is today, right?
Yeah.
Amari Rodgers, cut by the Packers, signed by the Texans.
Yeah.
I couldn't give less of a shit. He should have never been on the Packers roster to begin with.
I agree.
Eno Benjamin also cut from the Cardinals. Why? I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense. It had to have been a fight. Had to have been. Yeah. Picked up by the Texans. That kind of sucks for Dameon Pierce if they're going to give Eno some run. And I
don't think that they're going to give him some run. I think that it's more of they're going to have him there as a just in case. And hey, Pierce has said, I'm kind of tired after, just running 71 yards down the field.
With Eno there, if you're rostering Rex Burkhead in any format whatsoever, whatever it is, cut him. You have no reason to have him on your roster. If you're in a 10-man, why are you even doing that? If you're in a 12-man, still, why are you even doing that? 14-man, no.
Getting close.
16-man,
for sure.
Yeah, I guess, but now cut him. Eno's in there. He's never going to see the field.
No,
if he does, you might get lucky. Ooh, man, he got one touchdown this week, but he probably had like 20 yards, so who cares?
I want to know what Eno said. Sorry, I want to know what Eno said to Cliff Kingsbury to just piss him off.
I know. I want to know, too. Why did they
Steve
say
Kimes?
That? It had to be. It has to be something. It has to be, right?
And from the reports and stuff that I saw is while Connor was out, he did have a very large workload and did turn that into good opportunities.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was just griping and complaining about his utilization as soon as Connor got back.
Connor had 95% of the snaps when he came back.
I know, it's so stupid.
So
That's
I don't know.
stupid. That's dumb. I get where he's coming from, but like, you're gonna fire a dude over pointing out your flaws? My bad.
I mean, I get it though, but like maybe go about it a different way. You know, say, hey, I did this. Here's my resume. I'd like to be on the field now. See if that changes anything. But now you're on the Texans.
Yeah,
like
well,
you like to
good
say,
luck.
Aaron, you played yourself.
Played yourself.
You played yourself.
Played yourself.
Dallas Goedert, injured reserve,
4 weeks.
minimum.
And there unfortunately seems to be no other tight end in Philadelphia yet that we know of that is going to be even anywhere close to sniffing his gym socks. So
It's gross.
yeah, I know. It's just an analogy for they're not going to be as good as he is.
Ryan Tannehill is upgraded to full participant.
Go ahead and fire up your Westbrook Akine.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to this psychopath next to me. He just wants you to lose. No, don't do that. No way. There's no way. What about Treylon Burks? How do you feel about Treylon Burks? If Tannehill's playing, how do you feel about him?
Do you know who they play this week?
They play the Green Bay Football Packers.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how Dallas scored majority of their points last week? Well, half of their points last week.
Yes, they have, yeah. And you take away the tight end, take away the running backs. I mean, it was CeeDee Lamb, and that's about it. I'm not interested. No, thank you.
Okay.
The Bears have placed Khalil Herbert on IR. He will be out for 4 games. David Montgomery just got a huge boost.
Oh, yeah. That's what I needed 3 weeks ago before I traded him away. Never hope for an injury, but it's like always one step too late.
It truly is sometimes, right? It's like that kind of season. It's that kind of season. I think this is where we left off last, what is it, the Tuesday show, where Zach Ertz season-ending injury doesn't really still tell me what the injury was.
See, yeah.
But there's that.
Yeah.
Other side news that I'd like to bring up, just a real quick one. Mike Williams and Keenan Allen were spotted at practice today. They were practicing individually with drills.
They were on the side by themselves.
Individually drilling.
Yeah.
That's a suspect way to say it.
That is super suspect.
That's super suspect.
That was super suspect way to say that.
Yeah, they were on the sideline
participating in individual drills
and limited drills, and I'm sure that outside of the media presence, they were part of the walkthroughs and whatnot. I would think that Mike Williams plays. I do not think that Keenan Allen plays.
I just want them both to be healthy and both to play.
We're going to come back on Saturday. We're going to have the news. We're going to know. But
yeah.
I do not think that Keenan Allen plays until next week.
I wish.
Specifically because I need him to play. That's it.
I wish that he would play, though.
And Juju is going to miss a week. For sure. Yep. Going this week. He has progressed in no way, shape, or form in the concussion protocol. So I would like to use this time, Aaron, to make sure.
To plug Rachaad White?
Oh, that's not. Don't worry. We're not gonna miss that. We're not gonna miss that. That's my favorite part of the show. But no,
to play Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius Toney needs to be in your lineup, and I think I'm gonna ask you a couple names, Aaron. I'm gonna ask you a couple names. This one might be for a friend.
If it's for you, I'm not answering this.
It's just for a friend I know. Some guy, some dude.
Okay, who is
it? Dude. Chris Olave or Kadarius Toney this week.
If Andy Dalton is starting, Kadarius Toney.
If J-Bo is starting,
I'm gonna go Chris Olave because J-Bo will push that ball down the field with no consideration. And also, if his first read, which would be Chris Olave, isn't there, he's gonna check it off to Alvin Kamara. So J-Bo would just be a better all-over option, but they won't do it.
It's like we've been saying it the whole time. How about I'm gonna ask you for another one, just for a friend, just for a friend.
Okay.
Keenan Allen comes back and plays this week. Keenan Allen or Kadarius Toney? These are tough ones. I know because I'm in this situation right now.
Probably Keenan Allen, just sheerly because you know what's going to happen if he's back. If he is actually healthy and back, he's just going to get hyper-targeted, especially if Mike Williams is still out.
Okay. I think that's reasonable. How about this? This is not for a friend. Now these are just ones that I want to ask because I want to get a gauge on what you think Kadarius Toney is. Okay, we're gonna start low.
Okay.
Kadarius Toney or Adam Thielen?
Kadarius Toney. I like the upside. Kadarius
Toney or Mike Evans?
The Bucks are on bye this week, so definitely Kadarius Toney.
I'm so sorry. I thought I'm losing my mind right now. Look, we've been winning too much today. Winning way too much. Kadarius Toney or not Christian Kirk's on bye too. That kind of sucks.
Yep.
How about Tyler Boyd?
Jamar still out?
Yes.
I haven't heard any news from Jamar.
Yes.
Kadarius Toney.
Okay.
Because I think that, McCole Hardman's there, but I think that Kadarius Toney will get majority of the work now.
Yeah. There's a couple more that I wanted to ask you, but they're not really coming to mind right now. So I think that's really it. But I think in the majority of situations, when you have Kadarius Toney, it's probably going to be Kadarius Toney. What I saw last week really instilled some confidence in the fact that there is a rapport with him and Patrick Mahomes. He is an absolute electric player. They need to get the ball in his hands.
Dude, literally, to make fun of the Giants and the Giants coaching staff for holding him out, hopped on one leg for 12 yards and scored a touchdown.
He fixed his gloves mid-catch. Did you see that? He was getting faded up. It's a back shoulder fade that it's like, oh man, I got to make a play that is intellectually difficult while it's in the air. He's like, hold on. All right. Jumps up in the air.
Hold on, let me fix these.
10 feet. 10 feet. Oh
hey,
my God. What is
John
this?
John just dropped Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, and then he said Ray's bum ass is gonna go pick him up. I said we're recording right now.
Why would I do that? Why would I?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why do I always gotta catch these strays? Like that has nothing to do with me. I already got Cole Kmet, right?
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, he did fix the gloves. Kadarius Toney's going to be part of it and most of it. Hold on one second. Let's. I think that's pretty much it for the news. Let's take a break really quick, and then we will jump right back into it.
Hey everyone, this show is brought to you by Driffles Jerky. Are you like us and love beef jerky, but hate paying those high prices for subpar meat? Well, at DrifflesJerky.com, they have the money meat.
You said the money meat?
That's right, the money meat. Great tasting beef jerky made from top quality cuts of beef at great prices. Use promo code franchise tag to get yourself 10% off on your order today.
That's DRIFFILLS jerky.com. All right, everybody, we are back. I do want to bring up one point. You brought up Kyle Pitts. We brought up Kyle Pitts in a joke. I traded this week in one of the leagues. One of the leagues that you're in. I traded straight up TJ Hawkinson for DeAndre Swift.
Mm-hmm.
I'm projected to make the playoffs in that league, so I took a risk on that one. And then I immediately turned around and I offered some stuff for Dalton Schultz to try to replace my tight end position. Got countered with Melvin Gordon for that emoji just went across the screen and I don't know how.
Is that going up on the feed?
Yes, is that you? I was like, what the heck is going on? Oh, here, let me do that. That's better. It's definitely going across the screen. It didn't do it when I did it, but when you do it, it does it. It's weird. So Ray is constantly losing his mind, ruining the show. So I don't know how yours did it and mine didn't. I got to figure this out now. Oh, I know how. It's because I'm using a different camera.
Oh my God, that was funny.
That makes sense. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Hell yeah.
But anyways, so I traded for DeAndre Swift and turned around and turned Melvin Gordon into Kyle Pitts.
How do you feel about Kyle Pitts right now, Aaron?
You alluded to it a little bit during break.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that he's getting targets. He's getting 6 to 9 targets a game. It's just if those targets become catchable in this back half of the season, then we're in a lot better position as now I can say Kyle Pitts owners than anybody else.
Let's read off his last few stat lines.
Okay.
Not stat lines, but just targets, because his stat line has really sucked outside of 1 week.
Yes, I know. And it's the week that he scored.
Yeah, that and he had 80 yards. 8 targets, 7 targets, 9 targets. That is gold. That is just beautiful for a tight end. But
are you working backwards?
Yeah. From week 10 to week 8.
Yeah.
Which you have to see that he also only caught 2 of them. 2 of them. 5 of them. Now, one thing that I wanted to point out is that right now Kyle Pitts has the most uncatchable balls that has been thrown to him in the league right now. That's a fact. That is what it is. I don't know what it is. Is Marcus Mariota that inept at throwing the ball?
I don't know.
Maybe. But it's crazy because you know that Kyle Pitts is a supreme athlete. He is literally off the charts in almost every category you could think of.
Yep.
How can they not get this? How could Zacchaeus get involved and Kyle Pitts can't? That doesn't make sense.
So I wanted to bring this up because I traded this week for 2 players that I believe can turn it around and get it right for fantasy playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if they do, they could potentially just take my team over the top at this point in time. So that's why I did it. And if worse comes to worse, then I just dropped Kyle Pitts and stream tight ends like I'd been doing anyways until, you know what I mean? So I found TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah.
So,
well, now that the news is over and we're done with Kyle Pitts watch, whatnot, you know it's time. You know what time it is.
All right. Let's just get straight into this Thursday night breakdown.
Oh, wait. Hold on. It's still time. Rachaad White watch.
They're on bye this week. It doesn't matter. If he's out there, go pick him up. Leonard Fournette's still doubtful.
Make sure you go pick him up. Do it.
There. Did you get your plug in? Are you happy? Rachaad White, you better come on the show.
You damn straight know that when they come back from bye, he is going to be named the star. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. And once he is, buckets.
Okay.
Buckets.
All right. So anyways, can we get on Thursday night preview now?
Sure.
Cool. Awesome. We have on Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. We have the Tennessee Titans at the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field with a 41-point over-under, and the Packers are favored by 3.5. We'll go ahead and start on the Titans side of the ball. Who are you starting?
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he's going to run all over everybody.
Derrick Henry is going to be not necessarily getting any yards. It's going to be labeled as miles. Maybe they'll break out the old metric system for those over the pond. Yeah. But the only thing the Packers can do is try and slow him down. That's it.
Yeah.
Because they haven't been able to stop anybody on the ground. All season, they have not been able to.
Yeah.
So if Tannehill's playing, I think that the Titans have a lot better of a chance of winning this game.
Oh, for sure.
If Christian Watson shows up, I do not think that the Titans win this game.
You don't think that the Titans win this game?
Nope. But that's it for me on the Titans side of the ball. Is Derrick Henry. That's it. I am not starting Westbrook Akine. I'm not starting Robert Woods. I'm not starting Treylon Burks. I think Treylon Burks could be a stash if you have a roster spot to burn.
Yeah. Who did the Titans play this weekend?
Who what?
Who did the Titans play this weekend?
This last weekend?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh, man. Why are you killing me like that?
It was a boring game.
Was it?
I can't remember.
Was it?
I honestly I can't remember for the life of me right now who it was.
I'm vetting right now. Sorry.
What point are you trying to get to?
Oh, they played the Broncos.
Yeah, it was a boring game. No one cares.
It was 17-10 the Titans, and I'm bringing up the fact that Westbrook Akine
was involved.
Had 5 receptions for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns.
You want to bank on that?
Bank on that again?
Yeah.
Nobody outpaced Treylon Burks, who had 3 receptions for 24 yards.
That was his first game back, though.
Okay. Do you think that the Packers' defense is better than the Broncos?
Absolutely not.
All right. That's all I wanted to know.
On the Packers side of the ball, Aaron, who are you starting?
I'm for sure firing up Aaron Jones. You saw it this week.
Yeah.
At this point in time, I don't think that AJ Dillon's even really in strong flex consideration.
I don't think he's been this whole time. He really hasn't.
It's weird how you get a. Go ahead.
He hasn't found the end zone one time since week 1.
I know, and it's weird how last year with Devontae, I hate to keep bringing it up, but with Devontae, they were both backs in the backfield were viable, and they were scoring a bunch of points. Granted, point scoring is down for the Packers, obviously. We're 4-6. Sorry. It's a hard swallow, but it's one of those things that the offense isn't. They looked good, but they're not going to be able to support two people.
No, and you know what?
What?
I want to see it one more week. I don't think that I'm not starting AJ Dillon this week at all in any way, shape, or form. No thanks, and absolutely not. But what I will say is that last week, granted, AJ Dillon wasn't necessarily blowing the doors off of anybody. I think he had like 7 points total.
Yeah.
But what you did see was an average on the ground that was a lot higher than anything else that he's done all season because Christian Watson was in the game.
Yep.
And we pointed it out last week. I think it's worth pointing out again. Christian Watson, I'm firing him up this week.
Yeah.
Firing him up and seeing if it happens.
Yep. If it doesn't happen, then okay, maybe it's going to be.
It was a fluke, maybe, but
it's going to be an Amari Cooper where it's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. So
you can see every time that he's been in the game, every single time, he has gotten at least one deep shot.
Yep.
One.
I know.
Now, this last week, he got a lot more. And maybe that's because Rodgers sees that he has to throw in the ball because he's the best athlete that they have outside of Aaron Jones. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Don't know either. Anyways, I
Charting Rodgers?
No.
Okay.
I'm taking Tennessee to win this game.
Okay. That's fine. That's
As a
fine.
Packers fan. Taking Tennessee to win the game.
You just fooled me.
All right. So next up, we have the Chicago Bears at the Atlanta Falcons. This game is a 49-point over/under, and the Falcons are favored by 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Two bad defenses. So, as I will say, my quarterback star of the week is going to be Justin Fields.
I'm so surprised that Atlanta is favored to win this game.
I am too. Justin Fields is going to run all over them, and I do think now that Khalil Herbert is out of the game and on IR, David Montgomery is a smash start because if you could take both of those running backs together on a fantasy week and put them together, you have a great backfield as far as fantasy points and production. But because they're split, you can't really rely on either one of them. So now that it's probably going to go to just one person, fire them up. Playing Cole Kmet for sure.
If he plays. Because he was on the injury report. He has a thigh injury. You kind of saw it during the game, raise his little ugly head. But he came back in after that. So I think that he's going to play. He's just been so heavily targeted that you couldn't not put him in, right?
Yeah, I agree. And then are you starting Darnell Mooney?
Yes. Yes. I think it's worth monitoring. But for right now, as long as I know that AJ Terrell might not play, I'm interested in starting Darnell Mooney. Now, because AJ Terrell does travel, do I want to fire him up against Darnell Mooney? I don't know. That's tough.
Isn't it weird? Go ahead.
Up?
Sorry.
Go ahead. I didn't have nothing. Go ahead.
Isn't it weird how we're in 2022, almost 2023, and still some defenses don't have their best corner travel with the best wide receiver?
Some defenses are stupid.
Isn't that just weird? Like, why is that even a thing?
But for right now, I think Darnell Mooney, he's a start. For right now, let's hear some more news, especially if Cole Kmet does miss. He has to be involved. Has to be.
Yeah.
100% has to be.
Agreed.
So,
yeah.
Who do you got one in this game? Oh, I'm sorry.
We didn't talk about Atlanta.
We didn't go to Atlanta. Yeah. I got one name, and that's it.
Cordero.
That's it.
And if you're in a situation like me, I am going to start Kyle Pitts. Chicago's defense is pretty not okay. Apparently they don't give up a lot of points to the tight end, but they really haven't played very many teams that have a freakishly athletic tight end like this. So we'll see. I would roll the dice with Kyle Pitts this week. I'm not gonna guarantee a touchdown or anything, but he might get a touchdown.
I realize now how my fantasy season ends. I realize now.
What?
The Bears can't stop the run. They can't.
No, yeah, you're gonna lose
I'm gonna lose to Cordero Patterson.
Oh, because you traded him to Eric.
I'm gonna lose to Cordero Patterson.
Because you traded him to Eric. I'm sorry.
I held him the whole time, and then I couldn't hold him any longer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna lose to him, and that's gonna be the end of my season. There it is.
But I do have the Bears winning this game.
I also have the Bears winning this game.
Okay. Up next, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Baltimore Ravens. This is a 41-point over-under, and this is just sheer disrespect. The Ravens are favored by 13 points. Yes.
Hold on.
Oh, yes.
This definitely needs one of those. Give me a break. Give me a break. Get him out of here.
Oh, so yeah, the Ravens are favored by 13. Carolina side of the ball, I'm going to start DJ Moore because I think he's just going to get peppered with targets, and the Ravens secondary isn't very good.
Okay.
And plus with people on bye, and if you've been rolling DJ Moore out anyways for the last 3 weeks, you probably don't have very many better options. So you're probably kind of forced into this. And that's probably pretty much it. I don't know if I played Donta Foreman this week.
I think you have to. At this point, he's done it enough times to think that you're going to have to roll him out there. He's at least flex worthy, right? At the very least, he has to be.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Elijah Mitchell or Devonta Foreman?
Even though Elijah Mitchell only got 13% of the snaps, he still had 18 carries or 35% of the snaps.
That's against Arizona Monday night.
Yeah, I'm playing Elijah Mitchell in the flex over Foreman against Arizona. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask Devin Singletary or Donta Foreman.
Foreman.
I think this one's probably a smash start for most people, but I think it's worth asking. Brian Robinson or Deonta Foreman? Brian Robinson against the Houston Texans or
Brian Robinson.
Okay. I figured that's what the answer was. I would probably go Brian Robinson, and I would probably go Gibson too.
You probably go what?
I would
Gibson
probably go
too?
Gibson in that matchup too. I think that both of them could be started, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
I was just asking questions to see where you're at with Donta Foreman.
Not against the Ravens. They're bad in the back half of the defense, but the front half's pretty good.
13 points, so disrespectful.
It is. Ravens are coming off a bye too, but so Ravens side of the ball, obviously you're starting Lamar. I think the debate's going to be up between Gus Edwards and Kenyon Drake now.
Who do you start?
If I have Gus Edwards, I'm starting Gus Edwards.
I'm also starting Gus Edwards.
They have more of an allegiance to Gus Edwards than they do Kenyon Drake.
And Gus Edwards looks better.
Way better.
When he got the opportunity, he looks better.
Yeah. And then obviously Mark Andrews. Sorry, go ahead.
They'd probably both be viable.
Yep. Knowing our luck, Kenyon Drake's going to fall in the end zone twice, and Gus Edwards is just going to rush for like 120 yards.
I bet Kenyon Drake would be a nice little start in DraftKings.
Yep, DFS. And then Mark Andrews, obviously you're starting Mark Andrews if he plays. I'm not interested in starting Devin Duvernay or Pringle or Porridge or whatever.
Robinson?
Yeah, thank you. I knew they got one of the bummy wide receivers from somewhere.
If we got news that Mark Andrews is going to miss, or if they say he's going to be on a snap count, let's say Friday afternoon we get the news snap count. Isaiah Likely?
Yep.
Okay, I'm with that. I don't have any back and forth with that.
Oh, okay. And then I have the Ravens winning this game.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Cool. Up next, we have the Cleveland Browns at the Buffalo Bills. This is a 41.5-point over-under, and the Bills are favored by 8. What's up?
How?
What?
How?
Are they still favored by 8?
Hey, what's your next game?
After this one?
Yeah.
The Commanders at the Texans.
Is it the Eagles and the Colts after that?
Yeah.
I
Back
swear
on
to
track
God,
this week? Are you back on track this week?
I hate planet Earth. I swear to God.
You're back on track this week,
yes,
huh?
I'm here. I'm back.
Oh, awesome.
It just registered in my brain. I'm like, wait a minute. All I've had to do is scroll down. What is this? This is crazy. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show.
Oh, man. So anyways, Browns at Bills. Bills favored by 8.5. Browns side of the ball. The Bills have been susceptible to getting beat by the rush, so I am starting Nick Chubb. You have to anyways.
You're going to have this an away game for the Browns?
Yes.
This is not a game I want to start Amari Cooper.
Exactly. His home run splits are awful.
I mean, and they're real. They're there.
Yeah.
How about DPJ? How do the people do?
Probably not. I just don't have faith in Jacoby Brissett.
Keep talking.
I don't know. Nick Chubb is pretty much realistically all I want to start. Kareem Hunt is now non-existent. They didn't trade him. They didn't cut him. They aren't paying him. They're just letting him basically sit there and rot. So I don't know.
I want to bring up some numbers for you just so that you're aware.
If you're gonna bring up Donovan Peoples-Jones, you need to have the numbers ready beforehand.
I had it in my brain and then I
Let me guess.
forgot.
9 targets, 11 targets, 8 targets, 7 targets, 11 targets.
I mean, that doesn't tell you anything. I'm going to go by points that he scored.
Oh,
In our format, 12 points, 12.4 points.
are we going
Not
backwards from the
Miami.
most recent week?
Going backwards for Miami. 12.4 points against Miami. That's an 88% snap percentage. He was a receiver 26 last week. It's kind of crazy. I think that would be a little better. Against Cincinnati, 10.10 points. Against Baltimore, 8.10 points. Against New England, which is a tough defense to throw against, 9.6. Against the Chargers, 7. I think. Now I understand that's most of the time it's going to be receiver 3 points. Understandable, but if you're looking down some injuries, if you're in a pinch and you need a spot start, this season Donovan Peoples-Jones has been able to break glass, throw him in your lineup, and I just want that name to be remembered because he has the ability to just explode on a week. But this season he has just been almost Mr. Reliable in that offense. And the stat line proves it. And honestly, he has yet to score this season. Those numbers are without a touchdown.
Okay.
You know,
You swayed me a little bit.
5 targets. It's just a break glass situation. Let's say you're in a situation where you have a late injury or something like that. It's just a name to remember. I almost guarantee you he is on the waiver wire. He's 50% owned. So I can't almost guarantee you it's 50-50 at that point, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So, all right. Yeah, I get you. Outside of those people, Nick Chubb, surefire start.
Yeah.
Donovan Peoples-Jones, break glass in case of emergency start. That's pretty much it. On the Browns side of the ball.
Yes.
On the Bills side of the ball.
Well, so the news right now is that there is a huge, huge storm rolling on in, right? Huge storm.
No.
There's going to be, what did I say, 30 inches of snow?
30 inches?
That's what I just like.
That is 2.5 foot.
I want to say that's like some crazy number that I just saw or something like that.
That is 2.5 feet of snow.
Yeah. But there's a big storm going to Buffalo. So
heck yeah. Let's pound the rock.
That passing game might not be all that you thought it was going to be. I'm not starting Stephon Diggs. I think
I
he
agree.
has to be in your lineup 100% all the time.
I
Forever.
agree.
Josh Allen, again, he does too much for this offense to ever pull him out of your lineup. There's 3 names right now that you cannot bench, period. 100% cannot bench. It is Josh Allen, Patrick
Stephon
Mahomes.
Diggs? Oh, as far as
Patrick Mahomes.
quarterbacks?
Yeah, as far as quarterbacks.
And Jalen Hurts.
I would say that if you had Jalen Hurts or Justin Fields, I'm starting Justin Fields at this point.
Yeah,
That's
so
how-
then there's like 5 names you don't bench. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, Lamar.
If you had Lamar or Justin Fields right now, who would you start?
Probably Justin Fields because he's that whole offense.
If you had Jalen Hurts or Justin Fields, who are you going to start? I promise you, this is a more common situation in a
Probably
lot
Justin
of leagues.
Fields. Because
Justin
the
Fields
whole
is-
offense.
Yeah, Justin Fields is that name, and that's why I'm saying, like, in those situations, the only 2 names I would start over Justin Fields right now are Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
So-
that makes sense.
And I think he's in that tier right now because he's just so involved. But we're not there yet. We're not talking about that. So
You're right, we are.
Devin Singletary, what do you think?
I think, you can possibly do it. And I think that they haven't really got Nyheim Hines involved yet. But if it is supposed to be 2.5 feet of snow, I do think that you could put Nyheim Hines in the flex because they probably will run. Josh Allen is always going to be their primary running back.
Mm-hmm.
Even though people don't think of it like that. Like, obviously, the Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, Lamar's, like, they're like, oh, yeah, they scramble all the time. People don't think about Josh Allen like that because he's got a cannon and can just throw it wherever. But he does. He's the primary running back.
Any other pass catchers in this game that you want to talk about?
No. You?
Dawson Knox.
I wouldn't do that.
Short pass game might be there. Dawson Knox
Okay.
might be the guy.
It might be. I do think you temper expectations for Gabe Davis and potentially bench him and move off, especially if it
I'm
snows
not.
that much.
Yeah, I'm not starting Gabe Davis in a snowstorm. There's no way.
I agree. I agree with you there.
I have the Bills winning, and that's it for this game.
Yep, I have the Bills winning as well. That is it. So up next, we have the Washington Commanders at the Houston Texans. This is a 41-point over/under, and the Commanders are favored by 3.5.
This is stupid. I hate what the Commanders are right now. I hate it.
I agree.
I think they
agree completely.
I think they get Chase Young back this week too.
That'll be cool. He's been out almost all season. But on the Commander side of the ball, I am starting Brian Robinson. I would be willing to flex either him or Antonio Gibson. I'm sure you probably have some better running backs than just those two to play this week, but they are worthy of being looked at to play. Mm-hmm. I'm starting Terry McLaurin. He's just so much better with Taylor Heineke in at quarterback. And Texans don't have anybody that can really cover him.
The only thing that sucks about offense is playing against the Texans, and it's going to look like it's going to be red on your screen for receivers. Terry McLaurin will be red on most platforms because teams don't have to throw against them. They don't have to. And if you have a team like the Commanders that last week they ran the ball almost 50 times, that's crazy. 50 times. 50.
5-0. I know, I heard you.
I'm still firing up Terry McLaurin. There's nobody else in there. Stephen Corum. I'm starting up. That's it.
Yep. Cool. And then on the Texans side of the ball, I'm firing up Dameon Pierce, and that is it.
Yes.
Cool. And then I hate to say it, but I probably am going to take the Commanders to win this game.
They have to. They have to win.
All right.
There's no way they don't. They have to.
Total poop fest. So Ray, I think that is about halfway through the games today. We will end there, and then on Saturday's show, we will pick up with the Eagles at the Colts. Do you have anything you would like to add into this conversation?
Only that, like I said at the beginning, if you guys are still watching, please put your gamer tags, your PSN, or whatever the hell you have, Activision code, whenever they get that working back on Warzone. You ever want to play with us? We'll jump into a party with you. We'll play with you. We'll get you some wins. We're moderately decent to extremely good. So, just hit us up.
I'd say we fall in the above average tier. We win more than we lose.
If you want to push a squad, you come with me. That's it.
Why are you looking like that? Why are you looking like that? Okay. So anyways, guys, as always, please use code franchise tag at drifflesturkey.com for 10% off of your order. Please join the Discord, drop your gamers tags. We can chat in Discord while we play games, or we can use whatever format you would like. Just leave your gamer tags below, as Ray said. As always, follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We are on those two platforms as well. And as always, please like the videos, hit the thumbs up. It helps us in the YouTube algorithm, really pushes us to the top. Hit the notification bell so you know anytime that we go live, and smash that subscribe button because it is the one that helps us out the most. I think we are right at 850 right now, which is awesome. So
almost 1,000.
Until next time, guys, we will see you later.